Good morning, Aquabog Elementary School. This is your principal, Mr. Miltenberg, and I'm reaching out to you to say hi and to tell you all that we miss you very much. We miss all the kids and the teachers and the staff and the families, and I have a special guest with me today. Can you say hi?
Hi.
And we're going to be trying to make some videos for you in the time to come. We wish we were with you at school, but we know it's going to be a little while, so we want to keep things normal, and we're going to have, to do that, we're going to, we're going to be coming at you with our normal daily routine, so I have a very special guest to join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ready to go in?
Come, you want to come say the pledge with me?
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
Come sit over here. Say, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Say, I pledge allegiance
To the
flag of the United States of America. Say it loud. And
to the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now say, please be seated.
Please be seated.
Okay, good job. So, you know our character trait for the month is optimism, and we've been talking a lot about what it means to be optimistic and how being optimistic doesn't mean that you think everything's great or everything's perfect, but you can see the positive and see the good in the situation, and that's what we're trying to show you. So I want to thank Mrs. Butterfield for recommending this book to us. It's called Sergio Sees the Good, and that's the book we're going to be reading to you today. We were hoping to come into the classrooms and read it to you guys this month, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. But it's a great book about finding the good and finding the positive, and I'm going to be joined in the second half by a very special guest reader, someone who also wants to see you very much. So, here we go. Sergio came home from school and slammed the door. "What's wrong?" said his mother. "How was your day?" "Terrible. It was a terrible day," said Sergio. "I dropped my lunch tray and my food went everywhere." He threw his backpack onto the floor. It was a completely awful day. "Are you sure the whole day was terrible?" his mom asked. "Why don't we make sure?" "Huh?" said Giorgio. "How?" "Go get the scale from the high shelf. You know, the old one that belonged to your grandfather." "What for?" asked Sergio. "You'll see. And bring me that jar full of marbles from your room," said Mom, mysteriously. "Okay," said Sergio, feeling really confused. "So," said Mom, "let's rewind your day. We'll go back to the beginning and try to remember everything that happened." "What are the scale and marbles for?" asked Sergio. "The right side of the scale is going to be the good side, and the left side is going to be the bad side. For every bad thing you remember from today, we'll put a marble on the bad side. And for every good thing you remember, we'll put a marble on the good side. When we're done, we'll see which is heavier, and that's how we'll decide if it was a good or bad day." "Okay," said Sergio, "but I already know that the bad side is going to be way heavier." "Let's just wait and see, okay?" Mom said. "Well, I told you about one really bad thing that happened when I dropped my lunch. It ruined my whole day." "Yes, I think you could put in 3 marbles for that," said Mom. So Sergio put 3 marbles into the bad side. The scale tipped all the way to the left. "Yup, that's what my day was like. Totally bad." "Now," said Mom, "let's get started with the rewind. What's the first thing that happened today?" "Well, I woke up," said Sergio. "In your nice warm bed?" Yeah. So put 1 marble in the good side. Not everybody is lucky enough to have a warm bed to wake up in." "Okay," said Sergio. "Then what?" asked Mom. I had breakfast. Waffles, my second favorite breakfast food." "Well, that's good." "Marble, please," said Mom, gesturing toward the scale.
Sergio put another marble in the good side. Then I played basketball with Henry before school and made a three-pointer. Mm-hmm, said Mom, smiling. I know. Marble, please, said Sergio, smiling just a little. But then some older kids came over and took the basketball. That was definitely not good. Okay, then put another marble in the bad side. Then what happened? We were supposed to have a math test, but it was postponed. That's definitely good. Sergio dropped another marble in the good side. And next? That's when the whole day was ruined, said Sergio. I was walking over to the lunch table and I dropped my tray. It was a huge mess. Peas went rolling everywhere and kids laughed at me. Oh dear, it was so embarrassing. You could put an extra marble on the bad side for getting laughed at, said Mom. So then what happened, asked Mom. Did you clean it up by yourself? Well, no. Henry and Joab and Tiaja helped me clean it up. And then Mr. Howell, the custodian, came over with the big broom. He wasn't mad at all. He's really nice. So where does the next marble go? Good side, I guess, said Sergio. People were pretty nice to me. But you didn't have any lunch, said Mom. That's bad. She reached over to put a marble on the bad side, but Sergio stopped her. Actually, Henry gave me his apple, Joab gave me half his sandwich, and Tiaja gave me her cookie. Sounds like a pretty good lunch. And pretty good friend, said Mom. I know, said Sergio. Another marble on the good side. Then what?
Hi there, boys and girls. It is Mr. Karlson, your assistant principal. While I certainly wish I could say this to you face-to-face today, happy St. Patrick's Day. Since the last time I saw you, we had some celebrations that we did not want to let go by without acknowledging. So happy birthday last Friday to Aiden Jamerzek. Happy birthday to you, Aiden. And also over the weekend, Sophia Vescovi and Swa and Cosmo Motes. And just yesterday on Monday, a very, very happy birthday to Jermaine Robinson Daniels. Hope that you made the most of it, boys and girls. In the afternoon, we had music class, and Mr. Holmes let us make up songs. Joab and I wrote a song about the peas that fell on the floor. It's called Peas on Earth. Want to hear it? Maybe later, said Mom. Marble, please. Oh, and I walked home with Tasia, and she told me a funny joke. Sergio put another marble in the good side, then said, Hey, all this remembering is making me hungry. What's for dinner? Your dad made macaroni and cheese, said Mom. My favorite. I guess I'd better put in another marble. Well, look at that, said Mom. The good side of the scale is pretty heavy. Do you still think this was a totally bad day? Gee, I guess not. It was actually pretty great. How come I was so focused on the one bad thing? That's just the way our brains work, said Mom. They're wired to keep us safe, and they make sure we remember dangerous things. Scientists call this the negativity bias. Our brains focus on and remember negative things and let the good things slide right out. Why? Asked Sergio. Well, this bias probably helped our early ancestors, who were mostly focused on trying not to be eaten by big animals. Not as helpful today. But doesn't it still help? I mean, remember when I touched that cactus and it really hurt? I'll never do that again. Thanks, negativity bias. Yep, that's what it's for. But sometimes it can make us think that life isn't as great as it really is. We forget about all the little good things that happen and just focus on the bad stuff. Yeah, that's definitely what happened to me. The neat thing is that noticing and being thankful for the little good things is a great way to overcome the negativity bias and see our lives more clearly. We don't have to pretend that bad things don't happen, but remembering positive things helps to keep the scales a little more balanced. Cool, said Sergio. I'm going to warm up that mac and cheese, said Mom, and she headed into the kitchen. Sergio looked at Phoebe and said, I think I better put in one more marble. He dropped a marble in the good side and whispered, Thanks, Mom. Boys and girls, wherever and whenever you're hearing this story, I hope that you enjoy the rest of the day. And keep in mind, a lot of what we talked about in Sergio sees the good.